your turn to...
Oh, is it for me?
Consider yourself fired.
Why are you winking at me?
Consider yourself fired.
Hello, and welcome to the JT and Drew Show. I'm JT.
And I'm Drew.
And we're two nobodies talking about nothing.
Consider yourself fired.
Hey, bud. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me back, bud.
It's good to see you. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, it is. It is really good to see me, too. I would have to agree with you.
Yeah, you would. So vain.
No, I am glad to be back for sure.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, what's been going on with you?
Oh, man, you wouldn't believe it if I even told you.
I probably wouldn't, so don't tell me.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell me.
I was about elbow deep in grease yesterday.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, just working on the honey-do list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a little honey-do list myself. Hired a guy, came out here, and kind of got my microwave fixed. I didn't pay him. I just fed him and kicked him out.
Those are the best kind.
I know.
Yeah.
No, we had a good friend come over and kind of fed him and then was like, oh, hey, while you're here.
Hey, well,
got
you're
a
here
second?
and I know you're too full to move. You can't leave, so let's go ahead and knock a few things out.
Yeah. Does anybody else do that? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, or if you're that friend. Well,
let us know in the let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, no, just working around the house, you know, getting ready for the BABY, and yeah.
You're gonna call me collect?
It's Drew. We got a baby. It's a boy.
Yes,
probably. Yep. Who was that? It was Drew.
It's Drew.
What did he want?
I had a baby. It's a boy.
Oh, well, that's nice. Gotta love the, what was that, like late 90s?
Yeah.
Early 2000s-ish?
No, that was late 90s.
Late 90s? Okay.
Yeah, because Southwestern Bell was kind of getting off their paid phones like early 2000s, at least in the Metroplex they were.
Yeah.
So, good old Singular.
Yeah.
So
I remember getting those yellow pages, what was it, like once a week when they would deliver the paper?
What are yellow pages? I know.
Yep, the yellow pages and the white pages.
Yeah. Good burning material.
Yeah.
It's very soft and absorbent, though.
I could tear one in half if you removed all the pages first.
Do you remember them doing that in school? They're like, hey, let me see if I can run. And I'm sitting there going, I would never be able to do that.
Yeah,
but there's a trick to it, apparently.
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah, there's a trick to it.
Interesting.
Yeah. If you go on the line and look up the tube of you, there's a guy that'll show you how to do the trick. I don't know his name, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to get the net and check that out.
Yeah. It takes a little bit to log in. Mine likes to... Exactly. Mine likes to tell me that I have mail, but every time I go out to the mailbox, it's empty, so...
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
And mine, I always hear these doors opening and closing. Who the crap is that? I'm the only one home right now.
I forgot all about the doors.
Yes, sir.
But I would have known it. I would have known it if I heard it.
Yep. You'd start having some PTSD flashbacks.
I sure would have, yeah.
PG Gold.
I'd have been like, oh no, was that my friend?
Oh, he's online. Oh, he's offline.
Yep. I can't do ASL anymore. American Sign Language.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Well, we've got some news today. I know we're about 5 minutes in now of horsing around. We got some news today. Like to chit-chat a little bit about. It's, have you heard, and I know this has been in the news for a while now, but have you heard that Fox News and CNN, I guess there's no other way to put it, but kind of canned their top anchors or people. So if you're not following this, Tucker Carlson on Fox News was let go, and Don Lemon on CNN was let go. And I'm not sure what side of the spectrum you or our audience falls on, but in any case, whether you're far left, far right, or you were down the middle and kind of watched both of them, that's kind of wrong the way they did it, or what they seem to have done it, as far as what's been posted out there so far.
Yeah. It seems kind of like there's some misleading information. Obviously the media is the media. They've got a story to tell, a narrative to follow, all that kind of thing. So depending on which outlet you go to, that may read one way versus another. But it seems like it's... I don't want to say
easy way to put it.
Yeah, well, it seems like it's kind of hard to find an exact truth.
Yeah.
What exactly happened?
Mm-hmm.
I can't seem to find that other than like listening to Tucker Carlson or Don Lemon and their tweets and all this stuff, because when you go to the LA Times or the Washington Post or Fox News or CNN or wherever, each one is kind of reporting on it a little bit differently, where it seems like, oh, this was an amicable separation, and then the next source will be like, oh yeah, this guy was totally canned.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what happened?
Exactly. Yeah. And then as of late, the president had that dinner where they were talking about, because the media was here, and they kind of had some, I guess, some fists thrown at them, those two individuals, which
some jabs.
Yeah, some jabs thrown. I don't know, maybe because it was so fresh. I didn't feel like it was right. But of course, everybody was sitting there going,
"Oh, tell another one." Yeah, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, I don't know, we were talking about this before, but it seems more and more like it's just kind of a celebrity show.
Yeah.
A get-together of all these rich people. Let's just hang out, give each other awards, laugh at other people's expense, and, just have a grand old time. It's not a comedy club. Like, this is supposed to be a prestigious thing. It's the White House, for crying out loud.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, it could just be, it feels like you would say, I feel like I know you enough to where you would probably call this a circle jerk.
Yes.
But
that would be one way to describe it.
That really just seems what it was, just a bunch of rich people just say it again.
Yeah. Well, and I don't care, like you said, left, right, center. I don't care who's in the White House at the time. The way that some of this information was handled, in my opinion, was done in poor taste. Like you said, with them laughing and making jokes about Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson, whether I'm a fan of either of them or neither of them, I think it was done in poor taste, and that's not necessarily the forum for that. Again, this isn't a comedy club that I went to go pay and sit down and listen at someone tell terrible jokes all night.
Right.
I don't think this was the time for sure, because this was so fresh. And then for the president to chime in and make jokes about it as well, it kind of, what's the word? In my eyes, shows the divide.
Yeah, between the different parties and America within itself.
Yeah, it's a great picture for that.
Yeah. And the best part about it is everyone's laughing. So if you haven't caught on yet, this is all just a really big joke.
Yep.
To the people in power.
Mm-hmm. And they're banking on the idea that we down here at the peasant level, we are all just too stupid to catch on or too stupid to understand because the government knows what's best for us anyway. And, we just wouldn't get it, so...
May I have some more, please, sir?
Please, missus. I like the porridge.
Porridge? You want more?
But the children love the books.
Yes. So...
Yeah.
Bad taste. I think everybody was in the wrong as far as that goes. Is it... Now, somebody's probably going to come back and say, well, you just don't understand because you're not a part of that. You're right, I don't understand. If I just can somebody, I'm not going to go to, say, like a banquet the next following weekend or 2 weekends and sit there and talk trash about them. But that's just the kind of person that I am.
Right.
So I would just say it was unfortunate, and let's move on.
Yep.
So
there's no need to pour salt in the wound. And again, that goes for either of them.
Right.
If it was just Don Lemon, I would hold the same position. If it was just Tucker Carlson, I would hold the same position.
Yeah.
I don't think that, hey, this happened on, I forget what day it even happened. It was early in the week.
Yeah. It was like Monday or Tuesday.
And then by Friday or Saturday, we're just going to sit there, poke fun, and laugh.
Yeah. Again, that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, the crazy part about it is they were let go like within hours of each other, which kind of makes you sit there and go, I don't know if like the heads of the like different media departments talk, but it kind of makes you think, this is me putting on my tinfoil hat. Fox and CNN, like when all of those bigwig guys were on the phone, they were like, oh, yes, we're going to let Don Lemon go. Oh, Tucker's giving us some trouble, too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the case? And, well, the years that they had on the show, the time frame, like the one thing that was brought up in one of the articles posted on MSN was like Don Lemon had been with CNN for 17 years.
Yeah.
And that's like, I couldn't imagine 17 years devoting my time to a company and then not even giving me the respect of a exit interview or sit down, let's talk about this. This is what is best for our company.
Well, and that's where it's hard because we're not privy to those details.
Right.
Right? Was there a warning? Was there hey, you're on strike too, buddy? Was there anything? Because the way Don Lemon is talking about it from his tweet was more or less, hey, this came out of nowhere. I would have at least liked the decency, like you just said, for them to have a chat with me. But we don't know the details. I can't believe. And Don Lemon, if you've seen his stuff, it's I don't know what the right word is. Interesting.
It's not radical, but it is kind of out there. Yeah,
and to say in 17 years today, oh, you messed up. This, just this time was the icing on the cake. Really? Because I've seen some of his stuff, and I'm like, really? This guy still has a job?
Yeah.
But speaking of that, I think this could be a blessing in disguise, at least for Tucker.
I think so, and I think you're right.
Yeah, he's got he has built his base, if you will, his fan base, his following, whatever. And I think they are loyal enough to, hey, wherever he moves to next, whatever platform, whatever, that they will follow. And they were even saying, he had posted a video shortly after, the next day, something, that in less than 24 hours, he already had over over 12 million views in that short of a time period.
Yeah.
So, like, if he's thinking about starting his own podcast or doing his own show or something where he's not tied to a network, like under Fox's umbrella, I think he could really flourish.
I think he can, but I also think capitalizing on it right after, like, give it 24, maybe 48 hours, and then come out and have your little speech just like he did. I think he's gone the right route of capitalizing on the issue and keeping his fan base. Whereas Don Lemon has come out with a statement, I think he said on the red carpet, I'm in a really good position where I don't have to worry about money right now, which to me tells me you're getting paid way too much. But on that aspect of, I'm not really worried about it. I'll see what happens after the summer. I think you're going to lose a lot of your fan base, not loyal fans, but kind of the ones that were on the edge, on the fence line, if you will. But I think
and he seemed to be more of a tied to CNN. Like, you knew Don Lemon because of CNN.
Yes.
I don't see, and I could be way off on this, but I just don't see him necessarily having the same success that Tucker could have going off on his own and saying, all right, I'm going to start the Don Lemon Show.
Whereas Tucker could go on YouTube, or he could go on Rumble, which is a huge conservative platform.
Yeah.
He could go on any one of those and he could blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
And keep his fan base, because Tucker, again, he's not a radical, but he is far leaning from the Tucker Carlson Tonight Show. He's very not entertaining, but he's very kind of gets you going with your thought process. Like, he'll give his opinion and then you can go yay or nay, I agree with it, or it'll start getting the gears turning, going, well, wait a minute, that's not right.
Well, he would do more from some of the stuff I had seen of his, almost like a devil's advocate.
Yes.
So, hey, here's my position, here's your position. Okay, well, I'm going to take your position for a second. So what about XYZ? And kind of force the opposition to define their stance.
Yeah.
Whereas Don Lemon, and this isn't for everything that either of them had said, but of some of the stuff that I had seen, for Don Lemon, it was always, hey, they're having an argument, here's my position, here's your position. Well, you don't understand because you're not black.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't possibly understand because you're not this and I am. Taking a position of, what do they call it? Position of authority or whatever, based on your ethnicity or the things that you have that the other person doesn't.
Yeah.
Their inherent traits or whatnot. And it's like, dude, when you do that, in my mind at least,
you've lost me.
You've lost me. You're losing the argument now. You're just going off on this doesn't look good for me, so you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, and once you bring that into the conversation, at that point, the conversation has stopped.
Don't shake the baby. Well, you wouldn't understand because you're not a doctor.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a doctor to know you shouldn't shake the baby.
Yeah. But, like you said, could be a blessing in disguise. I hope the best for both. I really wish that Don Lemon would capitalize on this and move to a different platform so he could keep his fan base, even if he posts something once a week, just to let people know, hey, I'm still here, I'm still looking at issues, I'm still doing this. I don't think coming out saying, financially I'm in a position that I don't have to worry about that. That's your personal finances, and nobody needs to know about that. Whereas
that kind of tells you too, though, because Tucker was very successful.
Very.
But that kind of tells you, at least again, my opinion. One was, this is a job. It's just a job. I clock in, I clock out, I get paid, whatever. The other, it's more of a passion.
Yeah.
Tucker doesn't need to do anything. I'm very sure, based on some of the other shows that we've listened to, he's well off to do as well, and probably doesn't have to work again.
Yeah, probably for at least a decade.
But he's passionate about this stuff. He enjoys doing it. He wants to do it. It's not I've got enough money for now. I don't need to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas you and I don't, but the producers do.
Yeah. Yeah. World's best volunteers right here, baby.
Hey, heck yeah. I have to edit that part out. Yeah. Yeah, world's best volunteers right here. I totally agree with you. But good for Tucker. Have to give him the hands up for continuing his platform. The conservative platform. Again, I wish Don would do the same as for the left liberal side of it as well, because the clash, well, not really the clash, but the statements that were there on both networks would kind of give you, this is far left, this is far right, and here I am, wherever I'm at, little left, little right, and right straight down the middle. It kind of helped balanced it out.
Sure.
So, you don't agree, but it's with sure. You don't agree.
No, yeah, sure, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've got something.
What's
kind of changing gears here.
Yeah.
I heard from a little half-dead birdie.
It's a lie.
Oh, that's what I was checking.
I don't deal with half-dead birds. It's either all the way or none.
Oh, golly.
That's terrible.
It's all or none, baby. I hear that there's going to be another JT and Drew adventure.
What?
Coming up in the near future.
I have not heard such things. Who have you been talking to?
The producers.
What?
They are going to send us on a zero expenses paid 3-day vacation.
Really?
In the woods. I've got 2 words for you, bud. Made in America.
Oh, I was thinking Brokeback, but okay.
That's 3.
No, I didn't say mountain. Sweet. So 3 days, zero paid expenses.
Yep.
So everything's coming out of our pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep, but we're going to have an opportunity. They want us to obviously explore the land, navigate a little bit. The usual. We're going to hike in to the location. It's probably about, 2-ish miles of a hike, but it's not just flat terrain or anything. There's going to be some hills, some rocks, little cliffs, that kind of thing, to get to our spot. And they want us to test out and review some different fire starters.
Are you talking about the top secret products?
I sure am.
Are you dropping the top secret products?
Well, I'm not dropping the details, but...
What? Who allowed this?
Putting a little booty plug out there, you know what I mean?
We can't tell our audience. Don't let them know.
No, we won't.
Okay.
This part will be edited out. But yeah, so they want us to test out the pistics and...
the turds?
The turds, the different ferro rods, strikers. Okay. Just basically take that time, test out everything that they've had us working on this spring.
Okay.
And give a review. What works, what doesn't work, what was better, what was horrible. Because we might see that stuff again in the near future.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. Well, that'll be great. That'll be really cool. Just don't tell the audience.
Well, bud, just like replacing an old greasy microwave, it's been a pleasure.
It sure has. I'm glad I never paid you. Because the microwave has fallen off the wall.
Oh, no.
No, it didn't.
Okay, good. I kind of wondered about that when I left. I'm like, okay, God, I hope they don't like, hey, we opened the door and it fell down.
As always, we'd like to say thank you for stopping by and listening to the podcast.
Yeah, we realized that you could have been doing anything way more productive, but you chose to waste your time with us.
We look forward to talking about absolutely nothing with you next time.
If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, please email us at
jtandrewshow@gmail.com or visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/jtdrewshow.